Hi guys, so my name is Naeem and today I'm going to be discussing the S23 Ultra. I needed a new camera, right? And in the past I did have a very nice camera. It was a Panasonic GH5. I sold it because I didn't need it. But then I realized actually to make good content on YouTube, you do need something very nice. You need a nice little camera that can do 4K, that can focus on you, blah blah blah, all that stuff. So I had a plan to buy a Panasonic S5, which I still haven't got yet, maybe later this year. And in the meantime, I needed something to do the job. So I also needed a new phone. I basically had a Galaxy Note 10 Plus, which didn't work. Screen was broken. Needed a new phone, and I decided to upgrade and get the S23 Ultra. And I can say I've had a really good time since I bought the phone. It really is just such a great video camera and photo camera, and it's all packed in one device.
I'm actually now going to leave working and head to London, so hopefully the journey is going to be really fun.
The S23 Ultra is a great vlogging machine. It's got very good stabilization. The image quality is actually quite sharp, and most notably, I love the portrait mode. You know, when you use the portrait mode, whether it's the front-facing camera or the rear-facing camera, it does an excellent job of blurring out the background. Together with that stabilization and fairly sharp image quality, you get really nice images. Just look at me walking through Woking Town Centre. It's so smooth. I think the powerful Snapdragon Gen 2 processor means it's very easy to compile footage. Yes, you have a good camera, but just being able to, take all that footage super duper quickly and make into a short or a video and upload it on YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, whatnot, is so amazing. What I do love about the S23 Ultra is the fact that it's so smooth, that silky 120Hz screen. I've also found, I think perhaps this might be something in older models where you would take a photo and there would be some lag. Generally speaking, I don't really experience that. I would say sometimes you might take like a nice photo and then like the actual photo on the screen isn't as impressive on the camera until you open it up and the post-processing is done. But that's not really an issue. This is the case that I use, and it's big. The phone really is a handful, and it's not unbearable when you're doing running footage, but the S23 Ultra by default is actually quite a heavy phone. I prefer to have a strong protective case because it's such an expensive phone. But just to let you know, it is a handful, and you have to be prepared to be able to carry that weight in your pocket all day. Not that I carry it all day when I'm in the office or whatnot, but honestly, it's not too bad. When it comes to low light, the S23 Ultra does a great job. Okay, it's not a full frame camera, but it's very clean, good exposure, not much noise, and from a smartphone, it does a very impressive job. Okay, truth be told, it does produce some noise in low light video, but it's a smartphone camera, and I think when there is sufficient light, it sort of deals with the issue. But really, when it comes to photos and nighttime photography, it just shines. You get these absolutely stunning images, whether that's 1x or 3x in this case, and it's more than enough. Now that brings me on to my next point, which is photography, and it's a stellar camera. Obviously I bought this both for photo and video, and in the photo department it just shines. It is sharp, it can focus very well, and it's impressive how it deals with dynamic range. Notice how the skies are so clear, and this incredible zoom, that's right, that is zoomed. Super duper awesome, really really fun to use. An additional point I would like to make is the battery life. A 100% charge should last you a full day, possibly even more than one day, and if you use the power saving modes, it's going to last you even longer. So in terms of battery, and considering it's such a big AMOLED panel, it's actually a very impressive battery. So it's time for us to draw a conclusion. The S23 Ultra is a little bit like these Sainsbury's chocolate cookies. They're not the cheapest cookies in Sainsbury's, but they are really nice. They're not necessarily unaffordable, and they do the job just fine. Super duper tasty, even though I prefer the salted caramel version. I think the S23 Ultra has an incredible camera, and it's really pushing the innovation, I think, in the video camera photography technology space, and I think it's standardizing a much higher bar for content creation from the tips of a smartphone. And I really look forward to the future and see what more we can do with these smartphones.